That's where you up.
Can't stop, won't stop, get wild. Tear white toes, them toy flip flops.
What's going on Mercy Squad? It's Mercy and I am back again with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you go follow me over on Instagram if you have not already. And also make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so that you'll be notified as soon as I upload more videos. And y'all know I'm going dumb. I'm back. I'm going stupid every day. Alright, so but from this situation, what I kind of remember and what I do know is that I know 50 Cent up with his son. He's been not doing that for years. But I seen his son say the other day that 7,000 wasn't enough money for child support, which it is. But then I also seen that he posted a picture that said entitled, and he said since y'all think it's so much that he should pay his dad 67,000 and spend 24 hours with him. But I know these two been having a back and forth war for a long time. All I'm gonna say about this is that you do only get one parent. And yeah, you can make another son, but that son is not him, right? In real life, you really ain't got to fuck with nobody, you know what I'm saying? But that's his son at the end of the day. That's a person that he created. And I'm glad he took care of him, but if it wasn't for child support, would you have still taken care of him? I respect him as a businessman. I respect him as the mogul that he is and an idol. But as a father, not so much. And that is what it is. You can't just blame the mom for him not being in his son's life when his son is now 25. You get what I'm saying? Y'all got to get that together. I hope in life y'all do get that together, but let's just get into the video.
So growing up, 50 Cent was one of, if not my favorite rapper.
And your boy looked
about
just like
him,
him,
from
crazy.
the actual music to the
He probably
persona
just like
and even the story behind his name
I
all
just
drove
found
me
out
to
how
his
much I was
music.
like.
He was this Iron Man type of figure that had been shot 9 times and lived to rap the tale, calling out literally everyone and anyone on his way to prominence with his very unique marketing skills.
The Get a Shot changed me a lot. I don't care about shit no more. Well, you can say I'm worse, because I really don't give a fuck. Now it's more like I know that I'm not in control of everything. You know, if you believe in God, you believe God got a plan for you.
It was almost like a hood fairy tale, and back then rappers were like these bigger than life characters, so it was really a perfect storm for success. Kids today will never understand how big of an artist 50, or really any of these other guys were back in the early 2000s. Any rapper now pales in comparison to the superstardom they had at their peak, and even though other rappers like Kanye West, Jay-Z, and Eminem have stayed relevant longer.
I gotta sneeze. Jack Harlow had nothing to do with it. Shout out to the white rappers though. You talking about rappers back in the day, how influential they was. Yeah, M was influential, but what the do Jack Harlow got to do with back in the day? What the do Jack Harlow got to do with this?
Their current music, 50 was still arguably the most popular at his peak.
Kanye when he
The
was
only
normal.
comfort zone I have is that where I come from and people's judgment on me is already that I'm a bad guy.
Why did you call it the massacre?
I think it's aggressive enough. I think that it's gonna be hard for my fellow artists to survive.
You predicting that once this album drops, you're gonna knock all your competitors off the charts, out of the game.
They'll see
He
more
got his
damage
teeth
done
fixed,
than they ever
I
seen
think.
before.
I don't know.
But once he had
He look
enough of
different
being
here.
50, he really wanted to focus on being Curtis Jackson, the businessman. And for the last decade and a half, that's been his main focus. The once rapper built himself into an award-winning
time.
producer with his show Power, a 2-time best-selling author with his books The 50th Law and
That's
Hustle
right.
Harder, which is basically his personal story. I've read both of these books and I find them extremely inspiring.
They got a
Curtis
book on 50 Cent? Nope, it's Gucci, man. Shout out to Gucci.
Jackson is also an affluent investor in many companies, while also remaining a savage online.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000
Hey, do
to
y'all
whatever
think they
charitable
beef is real?
organization you want to. Fuck the bucket ice, man.
So you would think that he would live in this dream world after accomplishing all of his dreams. But the thing about
I don't think
sin
it's
at the
real.
top is that it can become a very lonely experience. This man is clearly a cutthroat, no bullshit businessman who seems to do anything to get what he wants.
As he should
And so
be.
after a couple of months of following you around, I decided that the secret to your success, your power center of gravity, is your fearlessness. So in any kind of situation where you're interacting with people, you're the one that has less fear than they do.
Let me tell you something. The way that you look and stare a motherfucker into their eyes, it's a respect thing.
Gives you like a constant strategic
He ain't looked away
advantage
yet.
But what happens when it's
Look,
than they do. A situation
whole
of
time.
success, your power center of gravity is your
And he looking him
fearlessness.
straight in his eyes.
So in any kind of situation where you're
That's
interacting
intimidating for some people. I'm sure he probably was like kind of uncomfortable.
with people, you're the one that has less fear than they
Can't
do.
talk with your head down
And that
though.
gives you like a constant strategic
Can't
advantage.
communicate with your
But
head
what
down.
happens when it's your own flesh and blood you have to cut off? What happens when you have an ungrateful
His twin.
son who never felt like you were there for him, whether that be physically, mentally, or financially? Well, in that case, you would have 50 Cent's son, Marquise Jackson.
Mr. Dog is son. You don't know them people life, bro.
Yeah. My son gonna be $1 million nigga. I'm $1 billion nigga.
Alright,
My son gonna be $1 billion nigga. Because that's
let me
my
show you something.
And people have known these two.
I don't agree on that though. Because you ain't made that money, you wasn't in the field. Now, if you was and I put you to work and I put you on, I would definitely have no problem putting you on. But my money is not your money. I put you on, I plug you. I mean, that's what we're working for though. We're working for generational wealth. We're working for our kids, but still at the same time, like, you still gotta go out and grind and get your own too. If 50 Cent wasn't in his life, 50 Cent do owe him. But I don't know their story though. You know what I mean? I know that they had arguments, but that's family, so you know.
Have had a turbulent relationship for quite some time, as Marquise is not shy to the media when it comes to taking shots at his father, and 50 isn't exactly shy to respond. Basically, to sum it up, this man has daddy issues, and at the age of 25, it seems like it's just getting worse as he tries to navigate the world with the help of his father. He recently went on this interview and said some of the most privileged shit I've ever heard.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Right. $6,700 a month, right? $6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it. So I said, so
okay, cool. $6,700 a month, right?
And in New York,
right?
yeah, rent about $3,000-4,000.
It's not a substantial lot of money.
At least it's free.
This man was really out here crying about only.
I've never been in New York, but I do not like their housing. You would pay a band for a fucking 300 square foot apartment.
Personally receiving $6,900
Tell me I'm lying. I done seen it.
for himself and himself only. And this was apparently only half of the child support that 50 was paying him and his mother. These people were out here collecting over $160,000 a year, more than most people in this country could ever dream of making, and this man is out here acting like he was struggling in the streets, begging to hold a dollar, acting like his dad is Julius from Everybody Hates Chris.
You can't just live anywhere.
And if he's
Niggas not making that in a month though.
$6,700, that means your mom's got
A
the
lot of
other
people.
half. It ain't just for him to take care of you. She got to take care of you. $700. Where's her $6,700 to go with him?
That's a fact.
Now y'all got $1,200, $1,300. Now $13,000 a month.
I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right?
$1,300. Now $13,000 a month.
I know what it feels like to have nothing, all right? And I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know.
All right, now I get it. I ain't get it before, but now I get it. He tripping.
I know you feel like that ain't a lot of money, but it's a lot of people here watching right now. Girls that's getting $200 a month.
If I told you right now, right, you got to start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life.
Yes.
I ain't see this.
Can you do it?
Hell yeah.
$6,700, I can. $6,700, I'm good.
That's what
a
I'm
month,
saying.
nigga.
I'm comparing it to yourself. I jumped out of a burning house, brother. I had nothing.
Okay.
And I know that many celebrities and rich elite people probably have insufferable children, but it doesn't have to be like this. In 50 Cent's book I mentioned earlier, he goes into detail when it comes to the strain in their relationship and how at its core it has a lot to do with the mother and how she raised their son. 50 claims that she raised Marquise in a way that made him very spoiled and entitled, basically thinking that he deserves everything to come easy to him in life on a silver spoon and that he should not have to work hard for absolutely anything.
Like many kids from his generation, Marquise has always been into sneakers. Because he's my son, he couldn't just rock any of those sneakers either. If a new pair of Jordans came out, he had to have them right away. If Marquise asked for a pair of Jordans on Monday, his mother would make sure they were on his feet by Tuesday. It still didn't make him happy. Instead of being excited to rock his new pair of Jordans, All Marquise could think about was all of the retro Jordans he didn't have. When he should have felt gratification, all he really felt was disappointment.
Bro. Now this way deeper than I'm thinking it is. Cause now I don't feel like 50 even is being a bad dad, because it's life lessons that you gotta teach your kids. It's life lessons that I wouldn't say don't be in his life though. Pay the child support, still be in his life, but like buying him everything and things of that nature, that ain't just cause I got it don't mean that you gonna get it. It don't work like that. Sometimes, a lot of times, oftentimes, every day you gotta work for what you want, and that's not a bad lesson to teach a kid. Period.
I could not relate.
Now tell him how you told my son to call me and tell me he need 50 pairs of sneakers for back to school.
I did not say that.
You said he said somebody else got a whole bunch of pairs of sneakers.
He said a boy in his class flooded on him and said he has 50 pairs of sneakers. And Marquise said, how the hell does he have 50 pairs of sneakers? And his father's a lawyer, my dad's on the Forbes list.
Yeah, then why you didn't be a responsible parent and say, look, you don't need 50 pairs of shoes.
That is a responsible.
This bitch had 20 pairs. I ain't gonna lie. Watch who you get pregnant.
He could do 20. That's responsible.
20 pairs of sneakers.
Bro, a pair of sneakers every 2 weeks is great. One a month is great. Some people don't even get that. Like, they to each his own. But don't call me asking me for 50 pairs of shoes. I don't give a how rich I am. You not getting 50 pairs of shoes out of me at one time. I understand this a lot more now. It's crazier than I thought.
So basically, he has the exact opposite mindset of his father when it comes to work ethic and the appreciation for life.
There have been a lot of disappointing moments in my relationship with Marquise over the past few years. But the lowest was when I saw him post a picture of himself with Kyle McGriff, the son of Kenneth Supreme McGriff. Without rehashing too much bad history, Kenneth McGriff was one of the biggest drug dealers in Queens, and the man the authorities believe was behind the attempt on my life. So by posing with his son, Marquise was basically co-signing the individual who might have tried to have his father killed.
I mean, when your kid is out here posing with the son of the man who tried to end your life, that's how you know he means war. 50 says this is when he truly realized that his son really hates him, one of the very few things that has bothered him in his life.
I've tried to put myself in Marquise's shoes. Just as he doesn't know what it's like to grow up under the circumstances I did, I don't know what it was like to grow up as the son of 50 Cent. Certainly on the surface, he had everything he wanted. But there must have been precious from being my son that I can't identify with.
In the very same book, he also details a story where he talks about trying to really...
little nigga try to spin it like, 6,700 to have my dad in my life, but you doing it. I ain't know that, bruh. You taking pictures with your dad ops. I ain't never did no shit like that. I never do no goofy shit like that. But also understand that they beef ain't his beef. You intentionally took that picture though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't had no conversation on it or no nothing, no understanding. That's where you up.
Make amends and help his son make something of himself when he basically funded the startup cost and inventory for an online sneaker shop. 50's idea was to sell shoes online in a direct-to-consumer fashion. His son would manage the website and get someone else to keep track of the inventory and sales. Keep in mind, this was back in the mid-2010s, right before sneaker resale really boomed into the multi-billion-dollar industry that it is today. You know, this was long before the StockX of the world really got it poppin'. Also, keep in mind that his son was passionate about sneakers, so it was really a win-win, as he would get to do something that he liked while learning business as well. We're after months of seemingly not
Man, listen, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know about this little nigga no more. My mind has shifted. I was thinking that 50 Cent just was like him because his mom was just on some, you know what I'm saying, on some weird shit. In which she was, because 50 pairs of shoes, 20 pairs of shoes, all of that, that's nonsense. You done up the kid for real. Now I understand more so when you look into the story. But also, okay, you want shoes, that's fine. Now, Let me help you get this income to get these shoes. So now I'm plugging you with the shoe plug because we're selling shoes. That means you're getting free shoes and you're getting paid. Like, come on.
Responding to this opportunity, 50's son screwed this all up and instead listened to his mom, using the money to open a boutique in Atlanta. And while this did piss 50 Cent off because he wanted his son to do this on his own, you know, not with the help of his mom, he still supported this vision, which ultimately failed due to his laziness.
Sure, Marquise never following up on the sneakers might seem like a small thing. The type of irresponsibility and lack of initiative teenagers and young adults display all the time. But it was a huge disappointment to me. Forget about being able to afford his personal sneaker collection. That online store could have ended up making us both a killing. We had that conversation.
I ain't never had nobody give me shit.
Online sneaker sites have become
still
incredibly
waiting.
lucrative. Goat.com is valued at $550 million, while StockX.com has $1 billion valuation.
The whole thing really just goes to show me that sometimes someone's success is also someone else's downfall.
You love yourself?
People be appreciative. He ain't appreciative.
You ask yourself how long, a complicated question would say, how long can you love something that don't love you back? And in this experience, you look and you say, I didn't think success would cost me my firstborn, but it's the situation it is. Like my grandfather would say, rattle like a snake. If it's slipping like a snake, is it a snake or do you need to be bit?
And it really is sad. You know, these two are truly enemies. They've taken shots back and forth at each other over the years.
But your mind is riddled.
I think the son, though, is truly delusional and as entitled as they come. It does just go to show me how important your parents are and the things they allow you to do and get away with throughout your childhood. I just think that this guy seriously...
Nothing come easy, and let 6,700 just fall in my lap a month. Just let 6,700 just fall in my lap. I ain't have to do nothing for it but exist. But I'm thinking like, I was thinking like, oh boy, was like 67,000. Like that ain't compared to, you know what I'm saying, the love that I wanted from my dad. But that's not it. He like literally like 67,000. I can't do nothing with, I can't ball out of control with it. Your dad put you on, like he invested in you. And you ain't do nothing with it. And your dad is a real hustler. So he don't understand you not bubbling or making no money or at least flipping a profit. And then from there, if you don't want to do no more, don't do it. But make the money back. Listen, you got an investor, bro. First thing I'm going to do is flip the bread. And I'm going to bring you back your money. Then I'm going to flip my bread. You know how I go? I ain't looking to this. I spoke too fast. It ain't that he didn't want to be in his son's life just because the mom was on bullshit. The mom was on good bullshit, but the son head really up. Like, your dad don't owe you. Especially when the mother paying $6,700 a month. Now I understand if he didn't spend time with you or money with you, but he invested in you. He was there for you until he found out that how fucked up you was. I can't no longer say I don't respect him as a father because I ain't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you like this video, leave a comment telling me what you like about this video. Also, you know, tell me what you want me to react to in the comment section down below. Stay tuned. We doing more videos.
They always say that girls is greener on the other side. Who cross these tracks, it be a motherfucking homicide. They always say the grass is greener on the other side. Who cross these tracks, it be a motherfucking homicide.